glory through the digital scenes. Press all perish, the mantra tonight. Trophy dreams glowing bold in the fight. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance echoes in the core. Retro gaming league, we rise once more. Discs are spinning, cartridges locked tight. Arcade arenas burning through the night. Past and future collide here in flames. Legends forged in these retro blood games. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance echoes in the core. Retro gaming league, we rise once more. Spinning cartridges locked tight. Arcade arenas burning through the night. Past and future collide here in flames. Legends forged in these retro blood games. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance echoes in the core. Retro gaming league, we rise once more. Once more.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Retro Gaming League. It's RxDude22 here with you. A day late, we had an extension. That's why we're doing this tonight instead of on Sunday night. Week 7 results, Week 8 rules and matchups for you this week. What a week. What a week. Lots of completions this week. You guys brought your A games once again. Star Fox 64 was pretty kind to most of us. So we'll have all the results for you. We'll get you updated on the current standings. And we'll look ahead to week number 8, which is Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time for the Game Boy Advance. We already posted the rules on that. We'll just go over them with you again real quick here. And we'll show you the matchups for week number 8. Bake Baker in the house, and the defending champ 1FG is in the house as well. All right, let's get to the results and clips for week number 7. Which was Star Fox 64. Punchy was a beast. We will get to that. Yes, he was. First matchup was yours truly, Classic and Current Gaming versus Mrs. Jeeves Game Lab. Damn it, missed it. Clip from yours truly. Wookie Dome in the house. Whoop, whoop. Keep up the good job. We'll get to him in just a moment as well.
Nice.
How do I do that?
Mr. G had some tech issues this week. Little laggy. Little jumpy. And then his game crashed on him, unfortunately. All right, here's the result. I got a completion 53-37, which was the worst of all the completion people this week. I think we had like 7 or 8. I was the lowest man on the totem pole with that. Mr. G got the mission 2, so 3 points for me, 1 point for Mr. G. Next up, and you see something weird here. Unfortunately, Wookie Dome has got some personal things going on in the background, and he had to take himself out of the competition this week. If there's anything we can do to help on the side, Wookie, let us know. You've got friends here. If you need help, we got you, bud. So just remember that. He was going to be against Ashton RTA, so we changed the logo up. Ashton had to beat the average of all the runs, excluding his, for the week to get the 2 points for the win. At least I completed it. Yeah, that's true. All right, so we'll flip the screen here, and I just mentioned it. He has to beat the league averages. And we'll get to our clip from Ashton here.
Mom's right. Thank you for that reminder. Sonic, not Peppy.
Game was not too kind to Ashton RTA this week. The league average for everybody that did their run was mission 6. So almost a completion from everybody. That was the average. Unfortunately, Ashton only got to mission 2. So there you see the 2 points there for the league average. If you're interested in taking over this spot, let the league know. We'll pop you in here. We got an opening now, so we'll be happy to have somebody hop in there, take that spot, so we don't have to do league averages. So until that point, we're going to have league averages be against a page each week. Ashton gets the loss with a point. Wookie, I'm sorry as well. I really enjoyed being in league, and I was looking forward to the season's games. That's okay. You're always welcome back, man. And just get your stuff worked out. We'll be here. Life's more important. Next matchup, Retro Gaming for Life versus Captain Tendo Gaming. First from Retro Gaming for Life. Fighting through solar. And his organs didn't disintegrate.
Hell
And neither
yeah!
did Slippy's. Captain.
How about this? Go ahead, dude.
Captain with a little trash talk on the boss there. We like that. As he pummels him.
I'm no match for you.
You got that right. All right, here we go. Both completions in this matchup. Great run from Rob, 52-10. I think he was like 5th or 6th for the week. Unfortunately, he was going against Captain Tendo, who had the 3rd best run of the week at 33 minutes, 57 seconds for the completion. Rob did get the completion, so he gets the bonus point. 2 lots plus the loss, so he got 2 points. Win for Captain Tendo, and the bonus point gives him 3 points for the week. Hope you get everything worked out, Wookie. You're a good dude. Absolutely. We all do. Probably the matchup of the week pitted our number 1 page versus our number 2 page. It was One Forsaken Gaming versus Smiling Pluvius. The top 2 dogs in the league right now. 1FG was on an extension. He did his run this morning. A little bit under the weather this week too, and he was just incredibly busy. Didn't get to put the time in it he typically would have, that we know. Still did a really good job though.
There we go.
And we got our Smiling Pluvius clip. Probably the king of the warps this week. He knew where all the warps were. He knew one where I didn't even know was a warp when I was reviewing his run. It was like crazy when I was watching him. He did some homework, and it paid off. There's your result, folks. Completion for both pages. One Forsaken Gaming, 46 minutes, 34 seconds. He got the completion, but it wasn't fast enough, so he gets 2 points for the loss. Smiling Pluvius with the win here. 29:43 is our 2nd best run of the week. Win, so he gets the bonus point. Total 3 points for him. See, I'm beatable. You see that, folks? Punchy Gaming versus Squid. Squid making his inaugural Retro Gaming League debut. Here's a clip from Punchy. Whooping some Andross.
Whoa. 3107.
And Squid in his inaugural week. Fantastic showing for his first week. Rob from Retro Gaming for Life's in the house. What's going on? Welcome in. Here we go, folks. We have a new best run of the week page. We'll start with Squid. Got the completion in his first attempt ever in the league. Congrats to him on that. So he gets the bonus point, but he did lose the matchup, so he only gets 2 points. Punchy, my goodness. Run of the week. There he is, folks. We have a new run of the week. After a long stretch from One Forsaken Gaming, Punchy coming in strong. 2850. Give him 4 points for the week, 2 for the win, 1 for the best run of the week, and 1 for the bonus point for the completion. Hats off to Punchy. Awesome job, dude. He brought the heat this week. Our last matchup was Sandblasted Gaming versus Retro Gaming Stream, and it was our closest matchup. Here's the clips. Starting with Sandblasted Gaming. I try to get the audio for these games as best I can, but if they're recorded a little on the low side, it's hard for me to pick them up. So I do the best I can with that. And Retro Gaming Stream. Fighting the boss from the warp on the first stage. There was a warp on that first stage with the arches you could take, and he did it. And this is what the boss fight would look like instead of the walking guy. All right, this was our closest matchup of the week, and it came down to a tiebreaker. That's why they have times, even though they didn't complete the games. Both got to mission 6. Retro Gaming Stream started at 35-38, so he wins the matchup, so he gets 2 points. Sandblasted got there at 40 minutes and 33 seconds. 1 point for the loss, but that was our closest match of the week. All right, what did that do to the standings? We got them for you. Here we go. Not much changed up top. One Forsaken Gaming still leading the way. Smiling Pluvius did gain a point on him in second and 20 points. Classic and Curtain Gaming third with 19 points. We have a flip here because Punchy got 4 for run of the week. He got the bonus point. Captain only got 3. They were tied going into the week, so Punchy's now in 4th place with 17 points. Captain Tendo dropping 1 down, placed to 5th with 16 points. And there's that average scores, because we're keeping them in the standings too. We're hoping we find a replacement page again. If you are interested in being that replacement page, reach out to us. We'll get you in here. We'll get you started as soon as this week. We'd love to have another page in here. Sadly, Wookie had to go. And again, best wishes for him and hope everything gets straightened out. 14 points for average scores is what we're going to call them in 6th place. Ashton in 7th place with 13. Squid and Retro Gaming for Life tied for 8th with 12 points. Retro Gaming Stream in 10th with 10 points is tied with Sandblasted, but as you just saw, he won the tiebreaker, so he's got a little bit of an edge there. In 12th place is Mr. G's Game Lab with 7 points. Rules for week number 8, which is Prince of Persia Sands of Time. Pages have from midnight earlier today, starting today, until November 9th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to get the runs in. Please tag us. If you stream something different, let us know. You guys have been amazing on the sharing and the Discord chat. Keep it up. We really appreciate it. Can do something afterward. Just have a little pause between your games. Nothing new here. However, the scoring this week is a little bit different. We have a 75-minute time limit. Timer begins when you gain control of the prince, not when you push start, not when you select your save. When you're on that first frame, controlling the prince, that's when you'll start your run. You do have unlimited continues in this game, and you can use those. The goal is to complete the game or collect as many items as you can. So it's a collection thing. If you guys have seen previous seasons of us or competed previous seasons when we did games like Metroid, things like that, it's going to be similar to that for the scoring. You don't complete the game, we ask you to pause your screen after the time limit has ended so we can see how many items you have collected for scoring. We have the next slide here. We'll show you what we're looking for. Those 2 screens right there is what we're scoring if you don't complete the game. Those little things are icons and scrolls and items, and we're going to count those, and that's going to be your score if you don't beat the game. So make sure you pause that screen so we can score it, because if you don't do it and you don't beat the game, we're not going to sit there and try to figure out what the hell you collected. So make it easy on us judges, will ya? Timer ends after you either complete the game or your 75 minutes are up. Please let us know it's your official run. Timer is required on screen. You can play on original hardware or emulation. I don't know how you hook up a Game Boy Advance to a PC, but if you do, go for it if you feel the need. We have tested this, and it does work perfectly on the Visual Boy Advance emulator. There's a bunch of different Game Boy Advance emulators. Shouldn't be too hard for pretty much anybody this week. I'd be surprised if anybody has any trouble with this. No use of turbo buttons, no game cheats, glitches, or anything else. If it doesn't seem fair, don't do it. Page that completes the game or collects the most items in their given matchup will win. If both pages complete the game, the time will be used as a tiebreaker, whoever completes it the fastest. If both pages get the same number of items, the time when the last item was collected will be used as the tiebreaker. So let's say somebody has 10 both pages have 10 items. One page got it like 35 minutes in, and the other page got that 10th item at like 35 minutes and 15 seconds. Well, the page that did it a little bit quicker would win because of that tiebreaker. That's how that's going to work for a tiebreaker. As usual, 2 points for the win, 1 point for the loss. No points, no run. Bonus point if you complete the game, whether you win or lose. Page with the overall fastest completion time or best run will be awarded that bonus point. If the pause screen isn't shown, will the page be required to do a rerun? Yes, because we're not going to sit there and watch 75 minutes and count items as they collect them. So make sure you do that. Absolutely not. I'm not anyways. All right. Here's some interesting guys for you speedrunners out there. The world record time for Glitchless is 46 minutes and 58 seconds. There is only one submitted time on speedrun.com. Just one. So if you complete the game and you're the fastest in the league this week, you're number 2 in the world. So there you go. You guys have incentive this week. But there is a catch. In the rules on speedrun.com, it does say you have to use the BizHawk emulator to submit your run. So if you're feeling like you want to be a world record holder or you want to be on the board, make sure you use BizHawk emulators instead of Virtual Boy Advance for your submission to speedrun.com. But there's only one submitted run. So that board is wide open. We could get several of us on there this week. That'd be pretty cool, representing the league. Let's do it, guys. Let's break this stuff. Last and, as always, most important, best of luck to everybody this week. All right, week 8 matchups for you. Here we go. We got Smiling Pluvius versus Captain Tendo. Retro Gaming Stream versus Punchy Gaming. And we got Squid versus Ashton RTA for the first 3 matchups. Sadly, for the second time in 3 weeks, Sandblasted Gaming gets stuck having to beat the league averages. He did it 2 weeks ago. He had a tie with him. We gave him the win for the tie. Yo, I'm going to finish my run no matter what. Did I miss wrap up? No, almost. We're almost done. One Forsaken Gaming versus Classic Concurrent Gaming. Retro Gaming for Life versus Mr. G are your week 8 matchups. Any questions, concerns, anything going on for week 8 that you guys have real quick? We'll answer in the chat here. Otherwise, you know how to get a hold of us. Hit us up on Discord. Next week will be week number 9. Just remember to show your item screen, just like the Bait Baker said. Exactly. Because us judges ain't got that kind of time to sit there and calculate every single item that you guys collect. It's just easier if you do that for us. Next week is week number 9, which is going to be a little bit different because this week coming up, week number 9, is our free-for-all week. I'm going to watch the video on demand and pretend it's live. There you go. Our free-for-all week in week number 9 is Gym Power, which means there's not going to be individual matchups. It's going to be mano-y-mano. Everybody for themselves next week, which means the points are higher and the stakes are larger. So we'll get to that next week. We'll give you the breakdown on how that scoring is going to work. And we'll have the rules for that in week number 9. and we'll also have the results for week number 8. Now, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. All right, like I said, plenty of opportunity. If you guys get a completionist, we can use BizHawk. Gonna be on that speedrun.com world record book. Bade Bayer is really excited about Jim Power because that's the game he picked for the league, guys. So just remember, all hate mail goes to Bake Baker next week. If you guys don't like the game, don't send it to me because I didn't have any say in this. I'm interested. The game's great. I've tried it out. But if you don't like it, that's who you send your hate mail to. But we just want to have you guys look for all the items for us. No, Rob, we don't want to do that. Have mercy on your judge's soul. We do judge your runs, you know. Definitely practice for Jim Powers. Learn the patterns. There you go. Spoken from the master of that game. Luckily, he's not competing, or he'd be around the week next week. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for joining me. It's been RxDude22 from the Retro Gaming League signing off. Keep on gaming. See you on the next stream. Be good to each other. And if you guys have anybody interested in taking that free available spot right now, let us know. We'll get them started as soon as this week. We'd love to have that page filled instead of have to do a league average competition for somebody each week. So, you know somebody, get them in here. Introduce them to the league. We love to have as many as we can. So bring them on. We're out of here, guys. We'll see you next Sunday, unless there's an extension, and we'll have results for week 8, and we'll have rules for week 9. Hasta la vista, baby.
Pixels screaming out from the CRT haze. Warriors locked in those electric displays. Blow after blow for the high score throne. Retro gods fighting till the king is known. Joystick soldiers hear the battle hymn. Button smash spirits, light is running thin. 8-bit vengeance that goes in the core. Retro Gaming League, we rise once more.